Hey guys, welcome back, and hello if you're new, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing an exciting video. We're talking all about brows, and as you can see I have no brows on, I got no makeup on. We're just going to start off with the brows right here on camera, and honestly I've been doing more of like that feathered volumized brow. I just really love that, a little bit more messy and not so precise. That's just the way that I've been going about it, and I absolutely adore the look of it. So I figured I would share with you guys all the steps that I take to go ahead and achieve that, since I don't do it on camera. I usually do it first off camera and then hop on with the full brows on. But I will have all these products below for you guys, so definitely check there. All drugstore, which is amazing because your girl used to use high-end eyebrow stuff all the time and you don't always need to. All right, so the first product that I like to go in with to do my brows is this one right here. It is by e.l.f. It's a dual-ended brow gel. We have an eyebrow gel and an eyelash gel, and I use both. I feel like that makes them last so much longer and gives that nice feathered look that I'm looking for. So this is a product that I swear by. Always go in and clean up my brows also with some concealer. So the only products I'm really going to be using in this video are brow gels. I'm going to be using two, and then a concealer, and then a little bit of a pomade. I like that messy look, so sometimes I do go in with tweezers to pluck away any of the underneath, you know, little guys under here that are straggling, but sometimes I like to leave them as well. It's just kind of how I'm feeling, which sounds really weird, but I just kind of leave them. So, of course, if it's like a lot, I will obviously tweeze and kind of keep it to my natural shape. I do have an arch right here, and I just leave them natural. I don't ever wax my eyebrows either, so that's a little fun fact. Never wax them. I always just tweeze like the middle portion, and that's pretty much it for that. I kind of keep them just cleaned up and maintained on my own using a tweezer. So the first thing I like to do is kind of just spoolie them up, and I do have videos of me doing my eyebrows, of course, on my channel. I have like a few, but I feel like the way I go about doing it is a lot different, and the products obviously switched up as well. And yeah, I mean, I used to fill them in like a lot and like it like a really precise look, and I'm kind of opposite of that now. I like filling them in, and I like kind of filling in any of the sparse areas, but I like to have a little bit of sparseness left, if that makes sense. So it's just something that I really like. I like having them brushed up and messy. And also my eyebrows, I've noticed, are growing a lot faster than they ever grown before, and I don't know why. Not complaining, but I just don't know why they're growing so fast. So I have like a lot more hair now, and a lot more hair in the areas where I was lacking before. So if you watch any of my previous eyebrow tutorials or me just filling them in general, you'll notice like I didn't have a lot here, and now I do. Once I've spoolied them up, this is what I do first. I will then go in with a clear brow gel, and I do bounce between a few different ones. I really like the one from Milk Makeup, which is this one. This one's really, really good. That one is a higher end one. I do go in with my e.l.f. one, which is seriously like such a steal, and I cannot believe I have not used this up until this point in my life because it is so good. It does have a brow side, and then you flip it over, it's dual ended, and then it has an eyelash side as well. They both come on the spoolies, and it's both clear gel. So I'm gonna start off with the eyebrow one first, and mine looks a little wonky, and we are literally having none left in here because I use it all, but it does have a little bit of the brow products left on there, so sorry, but usually it would come clear, obviously. So I'm just going to start by brushing up. I'm gonna use a mirror, so I'm gonna be looking down, but I'm gonna start by lightly brushing them upwards. Same kind of way I used for the spoolie, the original spoolie. I'm just going to brush. And I do have two different eyebrows. I feel like most people do. This one's always a little bit different, so in the outcome it may be a little bit different, but that's fine by me. I am going to lightly touch on the tops like this, brush them up, and then I'm just going to take and kind of brush back to the side. I feel like I always go back and just kind of maneuver this little area back to growing like this way, because your hairs over here naturally grow like in this motion, and then the fronts grow upwards. So I kind of pick it all up first and then kind of brush that over. And then I always just pick up these pieces in the front a little bit higher. And this has literally no color. This is just clear. So I do this first with just a little bit of product, not a lot, because I don't want to have them being like filled with product and no color yet, you know? So I just do a tiny bit just to kind of shape it how I want it. And then I just go in with the color one now. This is the part where I would go in with a pomade just to kind of add a little bit of extra-ness to the ends. Right here I'm lacking just a little bit. I don't know if you can tell, but right here it's a little bit less, and like right over here too. So I will now go in with a pomade, any one you can use. I like the e.l.f. one. Regular pomade, you can use any one. I like this one so much. This one's in the shade Espresso. Lightly start adding brush-like strokes very carefully right here, just to kind of fill in this area. My natural brows are kind of light as well, and I don't match up to my hair color like completely. So I also like to add this just to give a little bit of a darkness effect to the brows and looking like it's matching up. And extend this little tail area. Sometimes I take it and just add a little bit right under here just to kind of accentuate this area and make a little bit more of a line. And then I just take the spoolie and go through it again very lightly. I really want to like tint my own eyebrows. I saw like a bunch of like DIYs on TikTok, which get me a little nervous to try, but I like low-key want to try them. I don't know. If you guys have tinted your eyebrows before, let me know your thoughts on it. I kind of want to do it. I like to make it look like I have natural hair and like some spots are visible where it doesn't look like I filled them in. But since my eyebrows are kind of growing, which thank God, like, I don't know, I feel like I'd maybe be able to tint some of these areas and I wouldn't have to worry about going with a brow pomade. I would just go straight in with the gel and call it a day. Once I've done that, I'm gonna go in with another brow gel, which this one is from Rimmel. I'm obsessed with this, you guys. Like, you have to try this product. I'm telling you, you're going to love it. I raved about it in my previous video. If you haven't seen that, I talk about it a little bit, but it's called the Wonderful Brow. It's a 24-hour waterproof brow mascara, so it just comes on a little wand, kind of similar to the Milk Makeup one, just on a baby wand like so. This has little brow fibers in it as well. It's gonna give a little bit of an additional kind of volumized look. Start off taking the excess off of the wand because sometimes it could be a little bit much. This one's in the color dark brown as well, and I'm going to start off with the middle of the brow first because I don't want to add too much product to the front. So I'm going to start off going like this. Then I go in with the front with no additional product. Start from the bottom and lightly brush upwards to like the middle of the brow. Sometimes I make these weird faces, like I kind of make a mad face, which I don't know if it's so good, but I do that because it kind of lifts my brow hair a little bit, so I'm able to pull it upwards. Like, I like more of like a gradient look where the fronts look a little bit more less filled with product, and then it kind of gives a little bit more to the middle and the ends, but that's a personal preference, I think. If you want it to look all one color, then you can go same pressure, but for the front of the brow, I like to do like less pressure, so I'll hold towards the end of the barrel or the end of this little guy, and it's just like less pressure up there and not so much product at all. Now I am gonna go in with concealer to go ahead and clean them up. They look a little crazy right now, a little bit too thick, but when I go in with concealer, I do just clean up very lightly under here and a tiny bit up here. I'm gonna go ahead and take a NARS concealer and this flat brush. This one is by Morphe, just really defined and easy to carve. So kind of takes them to the next level. I feel if I were to leave it, it kind of just looks a little too messy for my liking. I still like it to look put together, but not so like structured. Once I've done that, this is what we're looking like. I'm gonna hop back into that e.l.f. product and I'm gonna use the eyelash side now. So this is a clear mascara. You can use any clear mascara you would like. Any clear brow gel will do this trick as well. Whenever I use this one right here, it makes them last all day long. They look so good. And I honestly don't know what it is about it, but I'm just obsessed. So as you can see, this one is definitely more clear than my other side because I use this one more heavily. This one I'll only use a little bit. Just go from the bottom right here. Brush that. It just gives more of a hair-like vibe. Even though we've been doing that, like we're kind of like training the hair to go in that direction anyway with the other products I use and like the other steps. Using this one like final just helps for me. I don't know, I notice a big difference. With this step, don't be afraid to like touch your actual skin. That's what I feel like I do, and it just looks that much more like natural. Then I will take my fingers like so, and they just look definitely like that messy vibe that I love. And then if I need to go back in with a regular plain old spoolie, I will just kind of maneuver these hairs right here just to go back. And like they feel, like I was explaining in my other video, like even with this product right here, like they feel hard sometimes, like they feel like they dry, not moving off your face. I'm telling you that right now, they're not gonna move, but they don't feel like crusty. Like that's like the best way I can explain it. They feel hard and they feel like they're dry, but they don't feel like crispy. I'm gonna go ahead and do the rest of my makeup and I'll be right back. All right guys, once I'm back with full makeup on, I'm gonna quickly go back in with that clear brow gel. As you can see, they kind of look the same obviously, but once you go in with makeup, I feel like they always look a little bit like different again, just because I do my brows first. If you don't do them first, you may not run into this issue. Just kind of graze over them again and just like get them a little bit more messy up in here. That pretty much wraps up the brows. Now, again, I want to stress that my brows are not identical. This one's always going to give me an issue. That's just how it is. I don't really mind it anymore. I've gotten used to it. It's fine. Like I said before, I don't always wear my brows like this. This is the way that I've recently been going towards doing them, and I just feel like it looks a little bit more natural, and I just really been going towards that like naturally bushy brow. So I do hope that this video was helpful for you guys, and maybe you learned something new, or, you know, want to do your brows like this, I don't know, or just curious how I do them. So I hope you guys did like this video and take it for what it is. You don't have to do them so feathered up. This is just my kind of go-to and how I like to achieve it. So I hope you guys did like this video. Make sure to subscribe to my channel if you guys are not already, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.